Hey YouTube, we have Leonard here. Bringing guys and gals, Ijenaide Nagatoro-san, Nagatoro chapter 132. We're here, we're live, hopping to the live reaction. So, without further ado, it looks like just from the first two panels that I'm looking at on my screen, I guess we're going straight into the art exam, which, here we go. I guess we're going right into it. Everybody, per the usual, you know the drill. Like the video, of course, subscribe, like my content. It is greatly appreciated as always. But let us begin the live reaction. Chapter 132. So, Senpai, about that thing you said last time. So, why is Machida dressed up like she's like Misa from Death Note? Was that her name, Misa, right? Misa? Like, why is she's in like the full-on like goth Lolita? Like, she's in a full-on black dress, choker, make. It's an art exam. I'm so confused. I will keep reading. I have literally no idea what is happening. The video, so please must watch the first 30-40 seconds. The last clip for commentary. 100%. I will definitely do so. 100%. I have Nagatoro walking in her judo outfit. Whoa, she looks spectacular. She's in a judo gi. Arigato. Thanks for coming, Nagatoro. Yeah, I'm wearing my judo gi because you said it looked good on me. But isn't it kind of weird? I think you look cool. It's just pouting. I can't. So, for the art exam, part 1, as I'm going to call this, until I'm told otherwise, she's basically going to be wearing the judo gi for her modeling purposes. The other student seen Naoto going to talk to her. That's unfair, sensei. That's what I would say. I would say he knows her. This isn't fair. I mean, to be fair, him knowing her does not really make a difference. But the fact that he loves her, and given the themes of the story, it makes a very clear difference. But I digress. I've complained enough about this. Anyway. Alright. Now please step forward. Nagatoro-san. Hi. She's ready. Stands up. And the art contest begins. I still have no idea. It's throwing me off the fact that Machida's dressed like it really is. Exactly. It's like she's given up. She's already given up at this point. She's fully ready. I can't. Anyway, let me continue. Let's keep going through this. So you have Senpai's preparing to draw, and he's having flashbacks. Oh, this is really beautiful. Wait, I want to change the music. Hold on. Change the music. Anytime I get like the flashbacks and the feels. James, I completely agree with you, by the way. So we have him giving the flashback, and he's thinking back to when he first met Nagatoro, and when he first drew her in the classroom. When I first drew Nagatoro, I felt so awkward and nervous. I couldn't draw her well at all. It's different now, Naoto. It's completely different now. You see the determination in his face as he stares at her. She's not ready, by the way. She's just like, wait, what? She's like, wait a second. And Machida's not having it. Alright, stop the sketching. Let's start lunch break. You love old Nagatoro. I agree, by the way. I miss those days. The old Nagatoro days were some good days. Oh, man. Now she's been changed with the power of love. In a good way. In a good way. You are super good, Nagatoro. I'm putting in triple the effort this time around. I hate these guys. Get them out, get them out here. Thanks. Wanna go eat? There's a curry place nearby. Gome. Bento. I bought a bento. Ah, what about you, Hachi? Huh? Well, Nagatoro packed me some bento. Bro, you can't say that. You can't say that. I'm gonna jump on top of this. No, you can't say this. You fool. Oh my gosh. Switch around. And you still say you two aren't dating. Yeah, right. And Machida's losing her mind. I love how anytime Machida gives the aura and everyone's scared, Nagatoro literally goes into full-on defensive mode. She's like, get away from senpai. What is love? Baby, don't hurt me. Don't hurt me no more. Ah, instructor, Machi's about to blow. We'll take care of her. Have your bentos. Get out of the way. I was just going to eat. Ah, enjoying their moment on the rooftop. So, senpai, we're about to get the moment. About that thing you said last time. I just can't believe that you have to abandon everything to Chief's triumph. Yeah. Back then, I abandoned everything to draw. Huh, you sounded a bit cool there. Back then, I abandoned everything to draw. He did actually, it was actually a very cool line, I'm not gonna lie. Stop making fun of me. Gome. Well, it's more like, I didn't have anything else to do. Huh? Did you go in on yourself? But back then, I met you, Nagatoro. From then on, I started to change. Yes, I love it. I started to change. This is what I love to hear. I love that we're reflecting on this. Now Taru looks like he's superhero monologuing right now. I would agree. Yes, he does. Naruto feels so cool, right? He's giving me like end game Deku vibes. Full on hero. Although going back to when he has that line too, when he's just like, I started to change. Back then, I abandoned everything to draw. The flashbacks are really good. And you see again, Nagatoro seeing him say this and just looking at him, how happy she is. She's shocked. Quite frankly, they've had this conversation in a good way. But honestly, it was quite rough at first. Sorry. And she knows too. She knows how much of a terror she was. Absolutely. Made people literally drop the series because of how bad she was episode number 1. The Nagatoro flashback is a redrawn Nagatoro. Which one? This one? The one where he says, I met you, Nagatoro? Is that the redrawn one? I can't even. We're getting so many flashbacks. But looking back at it all, I'm changing the music again. I'm sorry, I'm all over the place with the music, guys. It's one of those days. There's a lot happening in this chapter. But looking back at it all, and we're looking when she tickled him, messed with his hair, you won't be able to see in front of you, girl. The beach, when she choked him. What was this? The senpai killer technique. The specific line, they Nana she is talking back about people who dropped it. I'm telling you, but it's true. That's exactly how it felt to me. Like, he's clearly, she was so bad, people dipped. That's how bad she was. It feels like Endgame. I've been telling you guys this Endgame. It's gone on a little longer than I thought, but I've been saying this Endgame. No Mexican OST right now. They're all fun memories. Senpai. Machida's just going up the roof. And she turns around and she's kind of listening in. Who I am now hasn't abandoned anything. Yet, I feel like I can draw better than I could ever before. And again, Machida hears this and is awakening something. I stopped abandoning everything, and I stuck with the things I cared most about, and it made me stronger. Dang, I love this. I love the fact that Machida's actually there and listening to this, because as I said before, I stand by this, Machida's stance makes perfect sense. And in many cases, I completely agree. with where she's coming from. I wouldn't do it, but I agree with the mentality. You want to be the best. You absorb yourself in it. But the danger when you try to be the best at something and you can become completely absorbed in it is that you may succeed. It's very lonely at the top. Conversely, it could actually even take away from how good you can be. But story for another day. All that to say that I'm happy that Matcha is hearing this, because we understand that the year before that she failed the art exam. So whatever she's doing, whatever she's lacking has not been addressed. And we know this for a fact. So hopefully here, if she hears what Senpai's saying, and on top of that, if she loses again to somebody in this situation where, I want to get into art school, but if Senpai wins, I think it will do amazing things for Matcha's character development and for overall goal at that point. It's nice to hear this, but I think this will make her hold herself down a little. I don't think she's gonna hold herself down. I just think that she's gonna be indecisive. And keep in mind, regardless of hearing this conversation or not, I was fully convinced Machida was going to lose. It was over. Senpai 100% was going to win this. But I think that this could actually prove to be a very good character moment. After hearing Senpai's words, seeing his resolve and where he's coming from, if she then on top of that loses to Senpai, who has this completely different ideal from her, I do believe that in turn is going to show Matcha that there's another way. That clearly she's doing something wrong because it hasn't worked to this point. Now she's number one in the class, but she still fails and she still doesn't succeed. What was the point? Dang. Dang, James. I want to draw you, Nagatoro. Huh? Not just this time today. Wait, confession? But many more times. I want to draw you, Nagatoro. Huh? She's like, huh? I'm not sure if I'll get into an art university. And I haven't really thought that far into the future. But even then, I want to keep drawing you. And she's like, huh? Wait, what? She's like, wait, her face. Oh my gosh, I can't. She's so shook. And the resolve. Naoto, Senpai. Everything's going according to my plan. Straight Breaks just like, it's all according to my plan. It's exactly as I predicted. I told y'all. I want to draw you for life. The fact that he said that, I want to draw you for life. I don't care about our universe, anything, no matter what happens. I want to draw you. Senpai's a Chad. Love Senpai. Absolutely love him. What was that? Did he? Did you just propose to me? That was basically a proposal. Tell me I'm wrong. Even she's like, wait, what? As far as I'm concerned, that's a confession as far as you're ever going to get it until later chapters. He literally said, I want to draw you, Naruto. I'll read this again. I'm not sure if I'll get into our university, and I haven't really thought that far into the future. But, and he says it with determination and purpose, even then, I want to keep drawing you for life. He didn't say for life, but it's implied for life. She was not ready. This man proposed. I'm on Nagatoro's side. I got too carried away. He's not denying it, by the way. You notice he's not denying it. This is beautiful. I'm here for this moment. I might have said too much. It's okay. You didn't say that much. But still, it was super gross. And Matcha just stands there. Suzuka. To be continued. This is a very quick. This was a very quick chapter for me. And yeah, I feel like there was so much in this. This was a very quick read, but man, there's so much substance in this chapter, guys. I think this was amazing. I truly loved it. And the fact that what makes this scene amazing for me, this ending scene, is not just the fact that it's not just the fact that Senpai said what he said, Naoto just being super confident, the Chad as we know him, is the fact that then Nagatoro goes on to even admit what we're all thinking, did you just propose to me? And then to cap it off with him not even saying, oh no, I didn't mean it like that or anything like that. He kind of accepted it. He was just like, I got too carried away and I might have said too much. Saying too much doesn't mean that you were wrong about what you said. It means you let out too much. You said more than you probably should have. But you still said it. And you own up to saying it. And you don't disagree with anything that you said. You just wish you didn't say it because you said too much. And then even Nagatoro was just like, you didn't say that much and everything. I can't. I love these two. I truly do. Oh, I can't. Yeah, it was quick. But this was a very good chapter. Absolutely solid. Muso says, man, any last one with the chapters. Yeah, I didn't think the conversation with President was going to continue. However, I also am very surprised that we went straight into the exam. Like, literally, when I saw the two panels, I was just like, okay, I guess we're going straight into the exam. I wasn't expecting that per se. I really wasn't. I actually don't know what I was expecting for this chapter because I didn't do any predictions. But this did come about quicker than I was expecting. That it did. Okay, guys. I guess that's the chapter. Well, for those on the Twitch side, I guess we move on to Bleach. But with that to say, in terms of this chapter overall, this was amazing. I loved various elements of it. I think the Machida stuff is going to be very interesting. And again, I believe Machida is going to lose. I kind of hope, aside from Senpai aside, I hope Machida loses, quite frankly, because I think it'll be good for her. Not much. I think it'll be good. I don't want her, though, to not get into art school. 6 hours? It takes that long to upload? Oh my gosh. In the end, she ended up being the exactly alright villain that's super strong but loses to MC in the first fight. Yeah, basically. I'm also not entirely sure Machida's role. I shouldn't say that. I think I do understand what Machida's role is in the story. I think I do understand that. All that to say, I think the issue of Machida, and I think I talked about this in the comments with somebody, is that I feel like she was introduced too hastily. Like, if you're gonna introduce her, it just came too fast. There should have been levels of build up, introduce her, because she's there to basically be the Orihara for Naoto. But she's also meant to be an easier version of, because she's his rival, but she exists for him to defeat the rival. That way he has someone similar to how Naoto's trying to defeat Orihara. This is essentially his rival. And the two are going to mirror each other in terms of, like, even like their ideals are very similar and stuff like that. The only difference is the fact that Orihara, we've gotten to know her, we understand her, etc., stuff like that. I don't know. You think Machida's not going to lose? No way. If you think if Machida does not lose to Naoto, I'll issue an apology. There's no way Machida wins. It's not impossible. I give it a less than 10% chance that Machida actually wins over Senpai here. They're setting it up so strongly today. Nana's setting this up so strongly that she's going to lose and learn a lesson from it. We're not talking about Naruto villains here. This is about judo and drawing. That your life is wrong, mine is right, so you need to lose. Yeah, but you have to understand the reason why it also makes sense for, and it makes even more sense for Machida. Video must watch. I have it here in a sec. Is because we've already seen that there are flaws in Machida's approach, because it's been revealed to us that Machida lost to Bucho literally last year. Despite being the superior drawer to Bucho, she still lost, which tells us there's something lacking. And this has to serve as a means for Machida to understand what it is that she is lacking. So in this situation, I think it fully makes sense for her to lose. I think she almost has to lose the way that Nanashi has set this story up so far in terms of her arc. And it kind of feels like she's resigning herself to it. Even her hearing this conversation, I don't think this is going to have the means of motivating her in story to do better. I think that this is going to serve as a moment for her to understand Senpai's ideology, for her to start having some levels of, how to explain this? Struggle, internal struggle, and ultimately she loses, but she learns from it. Naoto's too cocky right now. It's a mistake. I don't know. And if he loses, I'm fine with him losing too. Don't get me wrong, but I don't know. He's giving Goku vibes. He's giving, like, how to explain this? You remember Goku when he first arrived on Namek? It's giving me those levels of vibes. Not everything revolves around you, Naoto. Dang. I don't know. I just think he has supreme confidence right now. In a good way. I think he knows. I think it's over. I think Naruto knows it's over. I got this. And I don't know if it's coming from he's too cocky or things like that. I just think that he has a supreme level of confidence in where he is right now and what he has done. I don't know. Oh yeah, I completely agree. In real life, I completely agree with what you're saying. But this is the message that Nanashi is trying to clearly push across. And he's doing it first with Machida, and it's going to happen as well to Orihara. It just is. At this point, I've accepted. I know it's going to happen. He doesn't know what he's up against, and it's too optimistic. I don't know, guys. So, Vegetor, you agree with Strange Breakers. You believe that at the end of the day that he's too cocky and he's going to lose. If I'm reading the tea leaves. He has complete confidence, I think Matcha had before she heard the talk. I think she did have supreme confidence as well before she heard the talk. I think the talk is going to make her waver, and it will not be the reason why she loses. But you know for a fact she's having an internal struggle right now. 100%. This is interesting. I mean, I love this series. The fact that I can have like these detailed conversations on character side. That's how you know, by the way, you have a very well written story. When you can get very detailed into like the character psyches, why they're doing things, what they're going through, what are they thinking about. Oh man. I don't know, guys. I think Matcha is done. But I digress. Anyway, video's gone on a little bit longer than I expected. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Oh, you waver, you lose. That's how it works in anime. That's exactly how it works in anime. Especially in shonen anime and manga, which this is not, but it appears that way. Unfortunately, it's like, I like his confidence over time, but his nervousness must return for plot's sake to make it all the more interesting. Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. I don't really understand what was the purpose now of Machida, because we had Machida there for the purpose of challenging Senpai, but it feels like we're going through this whole Machida is now a foil to Orihara, which is not what I was expecting. But as a result, the same way that Naoto is going to ultimately beat Machida and make her learn a lesson, so to speak, the same thing is going to end up happening with Nagatoro, because she's learning from this interaction and everything that Senpai is going through. The reason why Senpai has to have this level of supreme confidence is because his handling of the situation is also going to dictate the greater conflict, which is Nagatoro and Orihara, where Nagatoro actually is the one who's wavering, and she's going to get strength and resolve from how this whole thing plays out between Naoto and Machida. I completely agree. And I would argue that 2 months ago, it was very ambiguous who was going to win. I mean, we literally had like 2 months ago the discussion that Nagatoro had no chance against Orihara. Now it almost feels like, she's going to win. I don't disagree. I also don't disagree with that either. She doesn't need to be less jealous, but we digress. Anyway, everyone, let me know your thoughts once again in the comment section down below. This video went on for I feel like I did the reading for 14 minutes. I've just rambled for another 10 minutes. But anyway, like the video if you like the video. Subscribe if you like my content. Everyone, of course, is greatly appreciated as always. And with that, I'm Leonard and I'm out. Take care, everybody. And of course, have a good one.